In today's world, if you want to earn money the right way and grow professionally, communication is everything. Well, this is how I looked and felt in my first ever English video. Nervous, awkward, and lost for words. And this is me now speaking English with confidence and clarity. What changed? Which is the main question. Well, a lot of things have changed since then. But let me tell you, it was not an easy way. In this video, I want to take you through my honest journey. What worked, what didn't, and how you can also start improving your English with the right mindset and tools. But before we dive in, if you have not subscribed to Edmask yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us grow and keeps me motivated to make more videos like this. Let's begin. Well, on the first note, let's rewind to where it all started. Well, I didn't grow up in an English speaking environment, not at home, not in my neighborhood. But unlike kids today who have at least one family member or friend who speaks some English and usually access to smartphones filled with English content, I had none of that. Born in 2003, I lived in a time when internet access was not as common as today. Having a smartphone was a luxury. I had to borrow my dad's phone just to explore online, and even he didn't fully understand the internet. If you know what it's like growing up with strict parents, especially in a traditional household, then you understand how tough that was. Back then, the internet was slow, tutorials were rare, and finding good English learning material online felt impossible. So I did what most people were told. I tried watching English movies, reading English books, and even thought about joining a spoken English class. I speak the class part but watched a lot of movies without understanding them. Honestly, I would watch films like Iron Man in English and barely follow the rules. I eventually gave up and stuck to the dubbed version just so I could understand it. As for books, I tried reading English books too, but I found them boring, so I couldn't stay consistent because I didn't understand the language well enough. Eventually, as a result, I gave up. I told myself that maybe I will never speak English. I don't need it anyway. But then came the turning point which changed everything. I got my first job at a US based startup. Everyone there spoke English and no one spoke my native language. I had the technical skills for the job, like web development and backend coding, but I couldn't communicate those skills. And that hit hard because I realized two important things at that point. First was that English is absolutely essential if you want to grow in your career. And secondly, I had no choice but to improve my English. So I started small from the beginning. First, I began using simple English with my friends of the contract. Nothing complicated, just good morning, how are you, what are you doing, etc. That made me feel more comfortable and easiness with them. Next, I started making short videos in English, not to go viral, not to reach global audience, but just to practice. You know me from Edmask, I have been making content since 2019, but in the beginning, even with the camera in front of me, I struggled to speak. I felt embarrassed and demotivated. So I would stop and restart many times. It was not a smooth way to start with. I doubted myself, like took breaks and wanted to quit. But eventually something shifted. That was where things began to change for me. Step one was I started watching English content not for entertainment but for learning. I still prefer watching movies in my native language for fun and entertainment, but when it came to learning, I switched completely to English. Motivational videos, business talks, programming tutorials, marketing strategies, everything, and that helped me discover new vocabulary, sentence structures, tones, and expression. Earlier, I would repeat simple words like so way too often in my videos. Now, I have learned different ways to express myself. This improvement came naturally from surrounding myself with English language content, especially educational videos. Step number two was that I started practicing scripts. Let me share a real experience with you. Well, I was part of a startup accelerator program in Sri Lanka organized by HU Works. I had to present a pitch deck in English in front of experienced startup founders. I had never done anything like that before. Well, so I practiced my script every day for like 10 days straight. My girlfriend helped prepare it and I kept rehearsing it until the last hour before the pitch. That moment was the biggest moment for me because it proved how much practicing a script can improve your fluency and confidence. Step number three was that I began pitching clients. To make money, we need clients, obviously. And to gain clients, we need to speak clearly to let them understand us. Speaking to clients helps me build confidence and expose me to more English vocabulary. I didn't improve overnight. It happened gradually, but I stayed consistent with it. Step number four was I choose consistency over perfection. What if one day I had said something wrong? I shouldn't make videos in English. But if I had done that, I would be speaking not confidently today. I'm not perfect now either, but I am consistent and keep improving. Every Monday I post a video in English or on the daily novels, but sometimes I only use bullet points to remind me of what I have started for. I don't read a full script sometimes, but I speak directly from my thoughts, and that practice has changed everything, believe me. Now many people ask me, why don't you make videos in Hindi, Urdu, or Tamil, or any other language? Because it is easier for me. Well, the answer is simple from my end. It is that I want to improve my English, and I want you to improve too in that way. Speaking English gives us the chance to reach international audience and grow our career. Well, that's why I made the switch, not because Tamil is not a good language, or Urdu English or is not a good language, but the reason is that if I ever wanted to speak with someone from another country, I would like to speak in English. That's what growth looks like. So, what are the main takeaways from this journey? First of all, it was that I started small. Even simple conversations helped. Find what works for you. What helped me may or may not work for you. So try different methods. Focus on communication, not grammar. Grammar can be learned along the way during the practice. Just keep speaking. It don't matter whatever you make the mistake. Lastly, be consistent. Improvement comes from showing up regularly, not reflecting back. Step outside your comfort zone. You can't stay in your comfort zone and expect growth all time. English is a life skill, not just a subject to prove wrong. So to end this video, you don't need to start perfect. Just start in any way. Try, fail, adjust, and keep going. English is a skill, and skills are built through practice. And if you are having a hard time finding an English speaking community, leave a comment. Edmask is here to help you find free communities to practice and grow. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Monday. Take care and keep practicing.